位は5のテスト。
Hello everybody, my name is Drake.
And I'm Grant.
And together we are JoJoVerdrive. Season 2 of All-Star Battle RDLC has just been announced, and we thought this would be a good time to do kind of a review of the first season, and then like what our predictions are going to be for the next one. And we actually they gave us information this time on what the next season will be. We know for sure there will be, I believe it is a part 5, a part 4, and a part 8 character, right? It will be 3, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds correct. But before we get into that, what are your thoughts on this season, and what do you want to see in the next one? Comment down below. Let's get a discussion going. I want to see that.
Yeah. Everyone comment below how much you want Toru in.
Or don't comment that. Actually, avoid commenting that, please. Put Jobin in, please, dear God. But anyways, we're gonna also be talking about 2 extra characters. New Moon Pucci and Weather Report, because they were DLC. They came out after the base game. And,
even though we know they were just base game characters that they held on to.
Yeah. I think this is actually a good point to talk about spoilers in this game. They clearly delayed Weather Report and New Moon Pucci because Part 6 was actively coming out, and their movesets had major spoilers for that section. But the most recent addition to their roster is Alternate Universe Diego, which is the biggest spoiler of Part 7. So, is Part 7 bros, is the hope dead for the next part? Are they just giving up? Are they just surrendering? They're like, no one cares about it. We're not gonna make it ever. Let's just put him in the game. I hope not. I severely hope not.
Yeah.
Also, other thing about Pucci. There's 2 Puccis in the game, which was not a thing in the original All-Star Battle.
But it was in Eyes of Heaven.
Yes. In Eyes of Heaven they were separated, but in the original All-Star Battle they were the same character, which they just took out all the spoiler stuff from the ending and made the first character. And it's kind of disappointing, honestly. They're very similar characters. They're practically the exact same moveset-wise, except New Moon Pucci, I feel like, just has the cooler transformation supers. That's pretty much the only difference.
I agree.
Their movesets are practically identical. It's just unfortunate.
New Moon Pucci's more fun, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Regular Pucci's just kind of redundant, even though I think he's technically better.
I think so. I'm not fully caught up on the canon and everything. Not the canon. Oh my god, I'm mixing up things in my brain. The meta. Meta is the word. I'm not fully caught up on the meta of the game. So I'm not viewing this from a competitive viewpoint. I'm viewing this from me playing against bots usually, because the online of this game is dead, or the single player mode. And I used to play a lot of the online mode. I sucked really bad. I had like a 10% win rate or something, not if even. But I've played all the new characters, except I've not tried Diego yet. I've not tried Alternate Universe Diego
I just tried him. Yeah, before
I've heard from everything I've seen, he's like broken. He's apparently I've seen videos online, and he's just one of the best characters in the game apparently, or something like that. He's crazy apparently. But this discussion isn't only just about like movesets and stuff. It's also about like, what do we think of these characters being in the game in the first place? So let's start with the first one, Risotto. Risotto's a cool guy. I am a big fan of La Squadra and stuff like that. But we have so many Part 5 characters at this point. It's kind of insane. It's kind of crazy.
I know he's popular. I was so disappointed though. I was like, really? We don't need this.
Yeah, and that because we already just got Prosciutto too in the
Prosciutto and Pesci
duo. Yeah.
And also not even counting Gyakio and Trish from Eyes of Heaven too.
Oh yeah.
Gyakio was fully new, which was crazy.
Yeah, it's really Part 5 got 3 complete new characters, not like Eyes of Heaven like semi ports. Like from the ground up, we'd never seen them before. We had prosciutto,
And we're about to get 4.
Gyakko. That's right. We're about to get another part 5. Oh my god, the part 5 love is insane. Which I am a big fan of part 5. I like part 5 a lot, but when part 7 and part 8 are so underrepresented at the moment, even with alternate Diego, which was just the Eyes of Heaven character again. Come on, we could have given more love to the later parts.
Yeah.
But anyways, Risotto though, gameplay wise, I think he's pretty fun.
He's pretty fun.
He's got some cool stuff with like the knives and everything like that. I think the new characters are pretty hit or miss animation wise for me. It seems like sometimes they don't have as much of the effort put in as the original All-Star Battle characters, like the new ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like who's one with freaking Keicho. Keicho's animations I think are pretty simplistic, mostly just because there are a lot of the soldier guys on the ground. They're not very complicated and stuff like that. But Risotto's has some really cool references. I like the super animation a lot. It's like the one where he almost kills Doppio or whatever. There's a lot of cool stuff to be found here. Okay. Who was after? Was it Stroheim that came?
No,
out after,
Stroheim was after.
Okay.
Stroheim, I believe, was after
Weather Report and Pucci?
Weather Report and Pucci. Yeah.
Okay. Because Weather Report and Pucci did the simultaneous drop.
Yeah.
Of what we've already kind of talked about Pucci a bit, but I haven't talked too much about Weather Report. I think Weather Report's like really good.
Weather Report's probably my favorite DLC character that they've added.
He has the really cool mechanic or whatever where he can like fly in the air, kind of like he can do these cool air dash stuff, and it's a lot of fun to mess around with. Turning people to snails is really stupid. I like how every character can just turn into a snail. That's great. That's some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
Would have loved to see more alternate costumes and stuff though, just generally. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think we have there's no like young Weather. I don't think.
Nope, there's nothing except for the DLC like past costumes.
Yeah, in the original game, a lot of the base roster has really cool obscure costumes based off of like chapter covers and like volume stuff. Like I remember Jonathan has some really cool outfits in Dio, but the new characters they don't add a lot, which kind of sucks. There's a lot of really cool alternate designs for characters that I think should have been added. But yeah,
so we also talked about New Moon Pucci kind of in the beginning too, but I think he's very fun.
He's pretty fun. It's just not weird my cup of tea in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that.
It's just weird that they waited to like add them after, because it's like anyone buying this game already knows it, and I don't even really consider Weather Report a spoiler.
Yeah, no, it's because of the heavy weather stuff.
Snails, yeah.
Yeah, it's because of heavy weather. That's the reason. Also, a bunch of his dialogue is mentioning stuff.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So that's probably it. I forget. Did we get a stage along with it, or was it just?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes.
We got Kennedy Space Center.
We got. For it literally definitely just being, we took it out because of spoilers and everything. It was pretty cool getting like a Stone Ocean pack all at once.
on the same day as the season release too, which was
Yeah.
really cool. That was like a really fun JoJo day, which will never happen again ever.
Yeah.
The Steel Ball Run anime is never coming out.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna come out in the year 2077 with when the events of Cyberpunk take place.
Yes.
We will finally watch part 7. So yeah, we got the stage, we got the space center, and that's a really fun stage because I think that's the one is that the one that's sideways or yeah, that's right.
Like it flips. Yeah.
Because I'm only picturing it in my head as the Eyes of Heaven version, which I know is like the flipped visually. Yeah, I can see it now. I'm using my brain powers. I'm using it to see with my detective vision, my Vin Diesel and Fast 5 or whatever 4, I don't care. Detective vision. For all the Fast and Furiousers out there, all 2 of you. There's a good joke. Now applaud, please, thank you. So after we got the Stone Ocean batch, then it was Stroheim, I think. Oh wait, no, it was Stroheim. No, yeah, it was then Stroheim. Yeah. That sounds right. It was Risotto, Stroheim, Keicho, and then Diego. Yeah, that sounds correct. Stroheim's pretty cool, but I'm not the biggest fan of the light mode gimmick. Where his
really, I enjoy both modes, honestly. I think it's fun.
I just think gameplay wise it's pretty fun, but just like from a visual and aesthetic standpoint, the light attacks are really boring. They're all just the same. It's like he shoots the light out of his shoulders, and that's pretty much it. And it's a bit underwhelming for me for the variety of moves that Stroheim has in the original series with the machine gun and the eye laser and the everything and the mechanical parts. He's a really, really cool guy, but dedicating half of his moveset to the light beams is just a bit boring.
Stroheim, in my opinion, is the most deserving DLC character.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's one of the part 2 doesn't have that many characters. Most of the slots are filled up by Pillarmen in the first place, but Stroheim was really like the last big character that I can remember from part 2 that just wasn't in it. I guess technically you could say Speedwagon, but he got added in, so I don't think there's not an old costume for Speedwagon, right? Is there? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Another missed opportunity. That's such an easy one to think about. Oh, come on. Developer. Is it CyberConnect or whatever still? I don't remember.
CyberConnect 2, yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones. Get your act together, guys. Add old Speedwagon, damn it. You added fake old Avdol, but no old Speedwagon? Okay, sure. While we're on the topic, so I don't forget later, skipping ahead a bit, Season 2 comes with a new costume. We have pre-blonde Giorno, which it just calls the skin Haruno.
Josuke's brother, Haruno.
Yes, from Part 8 JoJolian. No. Another thing about the costume is that it doesn't have the boob window on his chest. It's covered up. They censored my boy. How dare they?
It's interesting they're using the blue costume though.
Yeah. Of the pink one. Yeah, they made such like a move to like make all of the base colors anime accurate, even though they kept all the old colors, so just as alternate skins. They decided to go for blue on this one, which I find really fascinating. It's an interesting move. I wonder if his gold experience is yellow and green too, because I know the stands change colors too in the alt costumes.
Maybe that'd be kind of a cool way.
I don't think we've gotten enough. I think we've only had one. I think we've had one promotional image, and it has Requiem in it, not the base form. So I wouldn't know. But anyways, yeah, just thought I'd mention that here. But yeah, Stroheim, I liked it. I just wish that the gimmick was more visually interesting. That's it. That's my only complaint. I like everything else about the character, and also Stroheim's voice lines are always super funny, and the voice actor is phenomenal. So yeah, props to them.
And now we get the worst character of the past.
Keicho. Sorry to all the Keicho stans out there. But I just don't think it was the most like needed character. One, and gameplay wise, it's kind of underwhelming. I'm not a fighting game aficionado here, so I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about. But it just when I'm playing him, it just feels kind of janky. It feels like I'm just not having as much fun when I'm playing as him, and it doesn't help that the character itself appears in like 2 episodes out of the entire show, so there's not exactly a lot to draw from. What do you think about his gameplay? I don't think you liked it either, right?
I didn't like it either. Yeah. I thought it was not fun, and I thought he was a waste of a character slot. I'm glad we're even getting another Part 4 character, because it'll probably be someone actually deserving, which we'll go into.
We'll go into that.
He's barely in the show. He's in 3 episodes, 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. He is an important character to the plot, and yeah, I get if there were more characters for like 7 and 8, I would be like, sure, add Keicho in, why not? But they're just not. We're finally getting another Part 8 character, but at this moment, there's just Josuke. We just got our boy Gappy sitting alone.
Chapter like 10 Gappy too.
Yeah, all of when they originally made the moveset, there was like no chapters out, so it all draws from early Josuke, which is not an accurate depiction of the character at all at this point. It's crazy, and they didn't even update. They could make a new Pucci, but they couldn't make a fixed Josuke. Come on now, guys. It's unfortunate. That's why they should have scrapped one character from this pass, and I probably would say Keicho, and they should have given that time to either making a new Part 8 character or fixing Josuke to make it more updated.
Yeah. I think it even could have been Joshu too, which I know people wouldn't have been thrilled with, but it would have been a Part 8 character.
Yeah, but I like, as a character, I like Keicho more than Joshu, but I feel like at this point we're just abusing Part 8. It gets absolutely no love. Come on. Every single time on Twitter there was a new character drop, people in the comments would be like, Part 8 when, please, or even Part 7 too. But yeah, Keicho.
And they know now too, because they're waiting until the very last character to be a Part 8 character. They know.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, they also waited for the very last one to be Part 7. They know what they're doing. I'm not falling for their tricks. Okay. They know how popular it is. They're just willingly not adding them. Also, probably because development at this point is like not that much, like at all. It's probably a tiny team. Because I think CyberConnect right now is doing the next Naruto game. I think they're doing the next big one or whatever. Is CyberConnect also Budokai Dragon Ball? I don't remember. I don't think so.
I think that's just I think Namco mainly does it. Yeah.
Actually, wait, no. Like, I don't think we didn't get a studio announced for who was doing the new one, did we?
The new one? Let me see, real quick.
I don't think we did. Well, while he's doing that, I'll just mention that I think it would be really cool. Arc System Works, who's definitely watching this video, Arc System Works CEO, insert name here, who's definitely watching our channel, who is a big fan. If you could please put the good word in for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, to make a game right now.
Yeah, I don't think they've announced it. So
maybe it's CyberConnect 2, the greatest anime fighting game company of all time. CyberConnect 2 is all right. They pump out these games pretty quickly. They've got the formula down for these 3D anime fighters. What a weird niche to have like the market over of 3D anime fighters, and you just like make most of them, because they also did they do My Hero once?
They did, yeah.
Yes, they did. I'm not going crazy.
They did.
Yeah, they have the whole market on the weird subgenre. But I will say, out of all the CyberConnect games I played, All-Star Battle R is like up there. It's like probably
it's really good.
Not even with my JoJo bias, just gameplay wise, it's really well polished. If you compare
it's a lot
it to
deeper than the arena fighters like One Punch Man and stuff.
Or like Eyes of Heaven.
Yeah, even Eyes of Heaven's not a good game. I got it when it was on like deep sale, and I couldn't get through it. It is. Yeah.
But even watching gameplay of Eyes of Heaven is kind of boring, kind of. Like, after you see, it's cool to see all the super animations, yes, but once, like, but outside of that, it's kind of boring.
Even the story sucks.
Yeah, the story's just, the big crossover where everyone is here, and they kill Mega Dio, and then he's dead, and that's it. And they beat him through the power of I don't even know, man. They just made up a new rule.
I think they just say because Star Platinum's the same type of stand, he's able to erase it.
Which is not how the original ability worked out. I think they misinterpreted what was happening in that scene. But anyways, enough about Eyes of Heaven. We are focusing on All-Star Battle R, the final most recent character of Season 1. Which we all kind of knew was coming.
The biggest spoiler.
The biggest spoiler of Part 7. Now, everyone out there is just ruined. They're never going to read it. They're never going to read it. They're going to know it's coming when they watch it. It's Diego.
Let's not pretend that JoJo fans actually read them.
That's fair. That's a good point. That's a fair point. Diego. I can't review his gameplay, but I can review him as a character in this. I think he looked pretty cool. Like his movesets and stuff for just being like for just being the Dio Part 3 with the horse. They pulled some really cool stuff. Like his super animation or whatever is part I completely forgot about. Where he shoots the gun and he uses the world at the same exact time at 2 different angles or whatever, which when I watched it at first I was like, I don't remember this happening, but apparently, and I looked it up, it's like an exact 1-to-1 recreation of a thing that actually happened in the series, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I don't remember High Voltage that much.
See, when I was playing earlier, the reason the game is actually bad is because I used regular Diego as the assist, and they didn't have a special animation where they combined the heads together.
Yes!
So,
no special animation where you instantly lose the game and die. That's, they should have... Cyber to Connect 2, up your game? Come on, man. No, but yeah, they added a couple unique interactions with the other characters. I watched through them all. It's pretty neat. Pretty basic stuff though.
It's just them saying Dio?
Dio, it's the guy, like from the Dio. Yeah. I like how I know they did this already for Eyes of Heaven, but I like how they made the world like a different design. Like they didn't just shift slightly the world from Part 3 Dio. Like it's an actual different design. It's more accurate to the art style, which I think is just it's nice. It's just a nice little touch. They didn't technically have to do that.
Yeah,
they're similar enough. You could have messed around with the original model, but they didn't. They put some effort into it. But they put some effort into it in Eyes of Heaven, and then they just ported the models. I think.
Also, the fact that the main character model that they didn't have to do anything with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. That's I didn't even think about that. I was putting all this praise on the world, but I forgot that the actual character is just the same. That's my bad. Also the horse is the same. It's the same horse. We all kind of saw this coming. We all kind of assumed they were.
It all leaked. We should preface the entire past leaked.
Oh yeah, it leaked, which I'm surprised the new one hasn't yet. Actually, I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Must have cracked down or something.
Maybe they just didn't have anything in the code right now until the first DLC character comes out.
That's true. What's the, I saw one meme where it's like when the data miners go through the code and find bolt unscrew MP3. No, shush you, no. Yeah, but Diego overall is just like I'm surprised honestly that they didn't just port all the Eyes of Heaven characters. I'm glad they didn't. But at the same time, the ones to be fair, the ones we did get were Risotto and Keicho to replace Endul and Joshu, which honestly I might have preferred Endul. Well, okay, Endul is boring as hell choice, I think personally.
Now I like Risotto over Endul, but I would have preferred Joshu over Keicho.
Yeah, just for the Part 8 representation.
Yeah,
I'd say, yeah.
Would have been way less work for them to do Joshu too, because Keicho was like one of the only like fully new characters too.
It's probably because the Part 8 character is Joshu.
Yeah, we'll see.
But this hard Endul is just not gonna be in the game. We know now, unless there's a season 3, which would blow all my expectations out of the water if there's a season 3. That would be us. They're already only doing 3 characters for season 2. So I'm not expecting another pass after this. That's a pretty small amount of characters.
Yeah, the only thing I could see is one bonus like Part 9, like Jodio only, and besides that, no.
That's true. That's true. Come on. Okay, imagine when the Part 8 character comes out, they drop the trailer, and then it shows one more slot appearing. I'm just saying. They probably wouldn't do that because...
No, what they have to do is it says all JoJo's unite, and then it shows the main screen, like that's using all the advertising, and then another color strip comes down.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then it's in...
Okay.
Taking inspiration from the Pac-Man trailer.
From the Pac-Man trailer, yeah. Classic. Jody, what did... I don't want to get too off track here, but we kind of do that anyway. What would JoJo's moveset be like from the first 4 chapters? Like, I don't know, rain
I
stuff?
don't know.
He has a few animations of people getting beat up, I guess. That's a start.
I think you have enough there. Where if let's say this would come out next spring, that'd be like a year's worth of chapters. I think you could do it.
You could BS some moveset out of it.
Yeah.
I bet you could.
It's not like Josuke has a good moveset. So.
That's true. But at least he had like Josuke at that point had a power set kind of told to the audience. At this point, I don't know what November Rain does still. I don't know what's happening with that. Anyways, predictions for season 2. What are we thinking for the part 5, the part 4, and then the 8? What are we?
Okay, I'll go first. Part 5 or part 4. We'll do part 4. Yeah, part 4 is gonna be Mikitaka, 100%. Originally, when we were discussing this, I was like, maybe Highway Star, but Mikitaka is just too. He appears more and is way more interesting. 100% gonna be him. Part 5, just because I know who you're gonna pick for part 5, I'm gonna just go something more unique to talk about a bigger variety of characters.
Okay.
So I'll go Chocolata and Seko as a duo again, just because those are the biggest villains that they haven't had.
I think we talked about that in our original predictions video. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the 2, and I think you could do a fun moveset with them, especially with like Seko burying underground and stuff. Yeah. And then part 8 is going to be Toru because it's the last character, and it's gonna they're gonna try and make it a big deal, I think, and it will be Toru. They've seen that fan-made Toru video online getting like 250,000 views.
Yeah. It's a good thumbnail, man. They made it look real.
Oh, actually, it's 1 million views.
It is?
It has 1 million views.
Oh my god, that's more than most of the actual advertising for the game. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They better not. If they had JoJo, it would be the biggest marketing blunder I think of all time. Anyways, that's yours. My predictions. If I cross over none of the characters, my crackpot theory is for part 4, it's gonna be Angelo. One
rock form.
He's like he's the big beginning villain. He's like before Keicho even. He's gonna be he's like the starting antagonist, and he's who you think is gonna be the main antagonist basically, because he even kills his grandpa. He's like, I saw the spirit photos of this guy. It's like, ooh, who is this guy? He's a pretty big character. And my real deeper reason is because we're not gonna get Endul for like a 99.9% fact. Their abilities are very similar, and they can port a ton of stuff between Geb and Aqua Necklace. Yeah, that's the real reason why I think it's gonna be Angelo. It's just that makes a lot of sense. Also, yes, they better have a death animation against Josuke Part 4 where he turns into a rock. That would be the only acceptable way for him to be in the game. Anyway, for part 5, gotta add a Bakio, please. We've had the whole main game.
I agree with you. I think he's the most likely. I just wanted to do something more interesting. Yeah.
Add a Bakio, man. He's been planned for so many of these games. He was planned for original Lost Battle R.
He was almost fully designed for Eyes of Heaven too.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get past the finish line, I guess.
Yeah, and so I feel like it's doing a disservice to him. Everyone else gets to be there. Trish and Hugo and everyone, but no, not Abakio. He gets left out, so he's got to be in there. And then for part 8, it's got to be Jobin, baby. I'm hope maxing right now. It's gonna be Jobin. It's 100%. Jobin Higashikata is in the game. I've seen the leaked files of can of hairspray thing in his stomach .mp3
Eat.mp3
sounds. Peak character. He's gonna be in the game, and he's gonna just be a reskin of Magician's Red. That's the character. It's a reskin of Abdul. It's a new costume for him. Yeah, that's my predictions, and not necessarily wants. To be fair though, okay, who would I want for part 4? I guess Yuya with Highway Star or whatever would be my most wanted. But for part 4, they have everyone covered basically. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Man, I think it would be so fun.
Who Tonio is left? I guess.
Tonio, yes.
Tonio with the spaghetti attack. I guess
Yes.
that would be really cool. But I don't trust the Eyes of Heaven porters to make a really unique new moveset for my homie Tonio. So I don't trust them. I don't believe they would even consider adding Tonio. So if they do, go back to this video whenever that happens and comment, "You are stupid and dumb, and you are a sad person." And then I'll know. I won't even have to check Twitter to see the character now, so I'll see directly in the YouTube notifications. 8 trillion people tell me I'm stupid. I would like Tonio though. I would prefer Tonio than Angelo, honestly. Tonio is a great guy. He's a great guy. He's in the spin-off or whatever, right? He's in the Rohan one. Yeah?
Yep, he's in Poaching Seashore.
I'm just saying, Rohan again for the Part 4 representation, but it's the OVA version, which has no other differences. That's my hard prediction. Yeah, but there's
part 9 Rohan as a character. Imagine they're like a brand new character from Part 9.
No, bro. Oh my god. I can see that happening. We need you stop. You're willing these things into existence that should not happen.
And we know that he has what's it called? Heaven's Door now too.
Yeah, no. So yeah. It would be cool to have a Part 9 costume for Rohan. I'm just saying. But again, we know how little
in his
they have
bathing
alternate
suit.
Costumes. Yeah, it would be sick as hell. People want to see shirtless Rohan. I know people would eat that up. I'm not a fool. I've seen you guys on Twitter. Jesus, have some class, damn it. No, but yeah, there's so the fact that we know for sure we're getting a Part 8 character is so much better. Because for the original pass, they didn't announce any parts. They just said there's 4 characters. We're gonna add them. Yeah. And what they probably saw is people kept on saying like Part 8, Part 8, Part 8, Part 8, Part 8, Part 7.
So they want people to shut up now.
They're like, please stop, okay? Here's the parts we're gonna do, Jesus. And they couldn't make it like obvious and be like, last character will be Part 8. So they had to like be like, 5, 4, 8. There you go. Okay, there's a hint. There you go. Okay.
I do find it funny that literally Part 4 and 5, who are the most
represented, except maybe 3. Not even 4 has a ton of characters.
3, yeah, because 3 still is missing a few.
4's
where I
got
feel
like
they should get in. 4 has everyone. 5 is only missing Abakio due to like gameplay reasons and stuff.
3,
and even then, I think he'll probably get in now.
Literally, the characters they're missing are just like the 1 episode appearance guys, and they even have like small appearance guys in it. They have like Mariah. Duel. Well, not on Duel. Well, I'm talking about Eyes of Heaven. They have in Duel, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. Yeah, they.
I would have preferred probably just Part 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting.
Yeah,
maybe have like the Dio brothers in there somehow.
6?
I was against Dio brothers.
Ah, yes, one of
or Dio sons. I call them Dio brothers. Yeah,
I was about to say Dio, but I had no idea. I don't know why. I just had no idea what you're talking about. They are brothers, though.
Yeah, they are brothers.
Half brothers. Yes, I almost said step brothers. That's the wrong one. That's the incorrect one.
Half brothers.
Half brothers. Yeah.
Or even just add one of them.
Yeah, I was about to say as a trio character that would be cool just thematically, but they're wildly different abilities. It would be hard to adding in
Ungalo.
Ungalo. I almost said Ungalo. It could be Ungalo. I don't know. Ungalo. His powers are a bit bizarre. I just don't. I mean, you could translate. Again, it would have to be a lot of work, and I don't want to discredit them, but I'm discrediting them. I don't believe they would add a trio character with wildly different abilities into one cohesive moveset. But I want to be able to summon Van Gogh.
I know.
I wanna.
You can cut people's ears off.
Well, it doesn't matter because we know we're not getting a Part 6 character, so mentioning this does not even matter in the slightest.
Really, nothing matters if you think about it.
That's true. We're all floating on rocks in space, but at least we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the story of the Joestar family.
The story of the Joestar family. Oh, yeah, comment below if you guys want to see Ray Sipe on the podcast.
If you know who he is.
He's an old man that makes a lot of JoJo videos.
Go on Instagram. Go
everyone. Okay, yeah.
Sipes.
Okay. I'm gonna say this at the beginning of our next video too.
Yeah.
Go to Instagram, go search up his account, It's raysipeladygaga.
We'll put what the name is in the description too.
It's just one thing, raysipeladygaga. On all of his posts, I need you guys to be true JoJoVerdrive patriots.
Yes.
And every post say go on the JoJoVerdrive podcast.
Yes, we need this. And this isn't like harassing or anything because this is all this guy does. If you've seen his account before. I don't this man is an interesting fellow. I respect him. I respect the grind that he's on. But yeah, go follow Raysipes down below. He's a very good guy. We need him here. We need to discuss the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure story of the Joestar family.
Yes.
We must sound insane to anyone who doesn't. I'm just gonna say no one watching this knows who this guy is.
If I see a comment though, I will be very, very happy.
I will be happy. If I see even one.
Even one. You guys can be that one person. We'll shout you out. How about that?
We will shout. Yeah, we will shout.
First person. I'll shout you out on the chapter review this weekend.
And you'll be forever known as the guy who is shouted out on famous channel JoJoVerdrive with 2 billion subscribers. Yes.
So kind of back to the character pass. Something I think is kind of interesting is that Part 5 characters early autumn. So I'm assuming it's literally. It depends what they're counting autumn because some people, even though if it's the exact date, it's after September. But if they're considering like start of school type thing, then it could be August. But I'm assuming it's going September and November. But then there's a long gap that says late winter, which is February. Yeah. So
I don't know what they mean by
that proves more to me that it's going to be like Toru and not Joshu because I don't know why it would take that long.
The development time would take long. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That proves that it's probably just any non-Joshu character because that's the only other character they would have previous development time in.
And it's just the last character. I think they're hyping it up too much, personally, but I could totally be wrong. So
I'm just back in the original predictions video, I was dead set on JoJo being added. Well, at the time, I had no idea who it was. At the time,
we just said Part 9 protagonist would be a bonus character. Yeah.
But it's not. It could still happen. They added Weather Report and Pucci for free.
Yep.
So free characters aren't out of the question. There's still hope for me playing as Van Gogh in this series. Not.
Is there though?
Gallo. Just Van Gogh is the character. He's the fighter. There's still hope. If I believe that it can happen, it will happen.
That's so true.
I'm manifesting it using my aura.
Aura?
Oh, it's like the series. You're so funny. We have gone so. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's Part 8. I'm glad it's getting representation. Finally. It deserved it after all this time. If it is Joshu, I will never forgive them. I will never forgive them. Ever.
Yeah.
In my lifetime. I will hate them forever.
So this video is probably going to go up before Part 8, or not Part 8, what am I saying? Before Crazy Diamond video, and in that video was recorded before. So if you guys are confused why we're talking in the next video about potential All-Star Battle Hour, because quickly we were just like, oh, there might be All-Star Battle Hour news. That's why, because it was recorded earlier. And then we wanted to wait until Diego came out yesterday. So
and then there was news. So that's crazy.
There was a lot of news.
Look at how things work out for us. That's great. That's just fantastic.
I mean, I guess the last little bit of news, and I'll probably mention this again in the Part 9 chapter thing, but Part 7 or Part 6 is going to be coming out bi-monthly now.
Oh, yes.
Instead of every quarter. So it makes it so that Steel Ball Run will come out like 9 months earlier than it would have before in America, which is nice.
9 months earlier. That's finally. It'll just be what, 2025 or something like that.
Yeah, but it'll be more bearable.
Yeah, that's true. Instead of 2026.
And you never know, they might start publishing Part 7 digitally first, and
that's true. We never the wild card Part 7 drop. Well, there's gotta be. I feel like before that, there's gotta be a Part 7 announcement, right? Just timeline wise, I think that would make sense. Like slightly. Before.
I do.
Even if it's like slightly before. They don't usually do it this soon. If it's happening at all. If I don't get an announcement,
it'll be like next spring, I think.
If I don't get an announcement of it, like before Part 7 starts getting moved over here, manga-wise, I will be at 0 hope level. I'll be at level 0 of hope. There'll be none left in my body. That's so far away. It's crazy. I can't even like picture that in my brain. Insane, crazy. What do you guys think about the roster? What are you guys' predictions? I've already said it, but comment again, second time, do it again. YouTube loves that. YouTube loves when people comment. I don't know why. I mean, I like it. Some of the fun, and seeing your guys' comments is so funny and so cool, like so often. It's so cool knowing that we have this like cool set of people just like talking about cool JoJo stuff all the time. So
and tell us what videos you want to see. Trust me, we want to make more videos. We just are kind of like, and we're kind of out of ideas, and we don't want to just keep rehashing our same opinions. So if there's something, we enjoyed doing stuff like the Hunger Games video that's different. So
people like
give us ideas,
and tell us if you want more. So there you go. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been JoJo Overdrive, signing off.
Shake it like it's heat. Overdrive. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Watch where you're going. Overdrive. Let the downside up to top notch. Whatever haters do.